ladies and gentlemen. Welcome into the Studs Podcast. You have Mike over here on the couch and doing amazing. We have our three guests, especially our special guest, Mr. Eric. Eric, how you doing, man?
And this is Rick.
Eric Herb.
Good. How are you, Mike?
I'm just peachy. Thank you for asking.
Your heart's been aching, but you're too shy to see.
We got Keith over in the office. Keith?
Keith in the office. Holding up good. Mike, how you doing?
Doing well. And we got Lou in the piano station. Lou, how you doing, man?
The station, yes. I'm freezing my balls.
He's in the booth right now, in the recording booth.
Mm-hmm.
Freezing my balsanias off right now.
You are so dumb. You are really dumb. For real.
And Eric, we have no clue where Eric is.
At an undisclosed location.
And, yeah.
Yeah, I'm sure.
Protection.
I'm
The
sure.
European VPN.
Yeah, sure about that. Let's start it off. We're going to go right into it. Episodes 5 and 6 of The Last Dance last week. Keith, what's your thoughts?
Well, number one, my big takeaway for the first episode when they were talking about the Dream Team was just how, Jordan came out and he pretty much, he asserted himself as like the alpha of all the superstars. So it's pretty cool to see that. One thing that I really like seeing is that during like practice, for example, like Magic Johnson, I think they were up on like Jordan's team by like 9 points or whatever, and he goes over to Jordan afterwards. He like taps him on the shoulder. He's like, "Hey, what are you doing right now? You gotta tap into Air Jordan right now. You gotta become Air Jordan if you want to beat us." And like get this like motivated Jordan, and he went on a huge scoring run, and like he was up on like Magic Johnson's team by like 5 points at the end of all of it. It was just crazy. And and I remember them saying like Magic Johnson's just like, oh man, we shouldn't really have pissed him off. So he just has that ability, to like flip that switch and go Air Jordan like Magic Johnson had said. So that was pretty cool to see.
All right, Eric, are you here?
Yeah.
And,
All right. Take the spotlight, man.
So, really, my takeaways from this week's past episodes, the Dream Team was definitely a big part of the first episode, I thought, especially like what Keith said with Magic Johnson. He pissed off Michael Jordan in that practice and really made him take it to the next level and show everyone that this man is for real. He is a star among the stars. And really another big thing from the Dream Team was like, Michael, he's forced into seclusion by, just his sheer popularity. Just being stuck in that hotel room the entire time to himself. And then him and Pippen also really, I thought another huge part was they really took it to Tony Kukoc during the games. They really showed that guy like, you're not coming to Chicago and thinking you're going to be the guy. We are the alpha males on this team and you're just for the support.
All right, Louie, what's your thoughts, man? Shout out to Epson.
And Brother Prentice, we don't hate you.
Brother.
And Dell. Well, all right. But here's the thing. So watching these two episodes, it was pretty cool to see the Kobe tribute. That was the number one thing for me, probably, just because of recent memories and things that have happened. But
that was a somber thing to watch him come on and talk like that. It was really weird. It was weird, and it was like, it took it with a grain of salt. It's just like, oh man, he spoke words of wisdom, but then you remember that he's gone. He's not with us anymore. But
yeah, exactly. It's tough. It was tough to accept at that fact. I'm like, we're talking about somebody in antiquity, and it's just been like he was just in the league so soon before that happened. So that was tough. But it was cool to see that 1998 All-Star game and have, like Eric said, Jordan kind of kick his butt and kind of give it to him in a sense. Because I remember there was a clip in the locker room where Jordan was like, this MFer is going to take like 40 shots. And he's talking about Kobe. So Kobe kind of had that Jordan mentality already instilled. And that's why I kind of understood why a lot of people compared Kobe to Jordan. Because he kind of modeled his game after him and things of that nature. Not also his game, but his mentality as well. Then I think for the second episode, tail end of the last episode of the first episode of that series, it was cool to see how Nike kind of transcended to an actual brand when it was actually nothing to begin with in the beginning. I think the shoe was Converse.
Yeah, it was Converse.
Yeah,
that was the shoe of the NBA.
The Larry Birds and the Magic Johnsons of the world rocking those bad boys. You can have a picture. You can never see me with a pair of those on today. I don't know.
That's what I wanted, though. I wanted this episode to show some of the. Again, he's still the great. Like to me, like there's no one that competes like. I'm never gonna question that, but he started getting into some other stuff, gambling, and there was a conspiracy that I heard this week. That they talked. I heard it on the radio that when he quit in '93 to go play baseball. And David Stern came out and said, that's the look into his gambling issues is over. We're ending that case. Conspiracy among a lot of the NBA players was that 2 years that he was out was a suspension for him. The Kobe thing, it was very eerie just to see him there.
Yeah.
Like to me, too soon. Like still too soon. It's still like hurts you when you watch something about him.
Doesn't feel real.
No.
Yeah, I know it's nuts. Crazy.
But I was kind of disappointed. I felt that though it was very quick, and not that Kobe's the whole. That's not what the documentary's about. But they hyped it up like, oh, we're gonna see Kobe and his relationship with Kobe. What was the segment, like 8 minutes? I think sports is one of the most influential things to people in this country, even people who aren't into sports. Look at the coronavirus. What stopped everything? It was Rudy Gobert touching those mics and getting the coronavirus, and the NBA canceled the season for people to be like, wow, this COVID stuff's real.
Right.
Sports is going to be the thing that's going to bring people back to normal life. I have a biggest loser from this episode. It's funny. I wrote it down immediately. Charles Smith is the ultimate loser in this episode. He was the guy on the Knicks that got like 6 rebounds under the hoop.
Yeah.
Kept throwing up in it.
Oh yeah, and they kept blocking him
every time.
Yeah.
When they showed that clip, I'm like, what are you doing? That was nuts. Boy. All right, before we wrap up, any final thoughts? Anyone?
A few moments later.
As always, I got one final question. I think all the fans want to know, all 10 of our fans want to know, is Eric Herb returning next Friday night?
Yeah! I will be back.
All right.
Let's go! Let's go! Let's go! You like that?
Yes!
You like that? You like that?
All right, he'll be back. He'll be back next week.
Awesome.
Excuse me. Yeah, I got too hyped.
No, I get you choked up, Mike.
It's okay, man.
Yeah, that way with him.
It's all right, man. Anyway, you could check us out, Facebook. Give us some likes, comments, Studs Podcast, YouTube Studs Podcast. I'd like to shout out Jacob Bulio for editing. He's going to edit our latest podcast that should be up soon. So he's going to be our new editor. Appreciate that. You rock, Jake. Shout out Charles Smith for never passing it out. Keith would have punched him. Kick out!
I would have shouted at him from the stands if I was there.
Yeah, Charles Smith, man. Shout out to you. Shout out to Brother and Epson Printers.
Yeah, brother, that's your princess, man. Thanks for getting the job done. All my college papers, I'm not in college anymore, but you made it happen. Appreciate it.
Yeah. Check us out, Eric Herb on Instagram.
Eric_Herb.
Yeah, Eric_Herb. Louie Sassa on Instagram.
First name, last name.
What's yours, Keith? Isn't it KHerb95 or something?
No, that's my Snapchat. It's Keith_Herb.
Yeah, so check us out on YouTube. Support us if you like our content, and we will talk soon. Have a great one, guys.
See ya. Peace out.